To date on some football.
Oh, it's a great day for football today, Nick. Not a lot of bad weather to speak of, and if you're in Florida for some of the big games today, boy, what a nice day. Here at Florida State and Tallahassee, the Noles hosting Wolfpack here. These are the from North Carolina, the guys from North Carolina State. Looking at plenty of sunshine, 68 degrees. The wind's not an issue. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be nice for football. Kickoff time 3:30 Eastern, so it does look good for that. Now, one more game we're going to look at Eugene, Oregon, here for the Ducks hosting the Bruins. 59 degrees, a few clouds coming in, but I think overall for that 7 o'clock game, we're going to be doing just fine. All right, guys, it's downright cold, though, outside, anywhere from the northwest all the way to the deep south. Will the temperatures get back to normal soon? There's another blast on the way.
I'm coming home to you.
Our local Doppler radar.
I'm the colorless sunrise. It's never good enough. I'm the wind that's in your hair that ruffles you up. You could find a reason.
Today, sunshine along with a few clouds. High 82. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 66. On Sunday, intervals of clouds and sunshine. High 84. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, putting a freeze on days of chilly mornings. Cold air gripping much of the nation moves out. And a look ahead to your trick-or-treat temperatures.
Fresh flakes. The next big winter storm is set to slam the northern plains when and where the snow could really pile up.
And hand over hand and foot over foot, we walked. But eventually we made it to the top.
Remarkable stories of the human spirit. We've got a sneak peek at the Weather Channel's newest film series, I Am Unstoppable. Straight ahead on Weekend Now.
Hey, we want to thank you for joining us on Weekend Now. I'm Nick Walker.
And I'm Kim Cunningham. We've got a lot to get to this afternoon, and we're going to begin, though, with some chilly air in the south, including here in northeast Georgia. The Blue Ridge Mountains, what a beautiful place to be. People bundled up, jackets, hoodies, wanted to explore this cool little town in the North Georgia mountains, and things got a little bit colder too this morning. Get this, conditions dipped into the upper 20s this morning. And Nick, not just here in Georgia, but I hear Alabama also had some 20s out there.
28 degrees in Mobile this morning. Are you kidding me? No, really. 28 degrees, a cool start across the southeast to this weekend. Atlanta, we got down to 35 this morning at the airport, but I'm telling you, I live north of Atlanta. Upper 20s. It was a cold, cold start. Actually, we haven't even been this cold in Atlanta since March 28th. That's the coldest, by the way, since then when we hit 36 degrees. These were the low this morning. Nashville, look at this. 29 degrees to start your day off. Montgomery, Alabama was freezing. Charleston at 38 degrees. And take a look at Raleigh, 29 degrees there. Even Tallahassee, Florida was in the 30s. So a lot of widespread near freezing and sub-freezing temperatures. And we're not really going to get all that high today here in Atlanta with 54 for the high. Expect to need the jacket all day long and especially into the evening once again. Memphis should hit 60. New Orleans at 71 degrees. Tallahassee, you will only be in the mid-60s. What do we got? It's that high pressure sitting over us. That allowed the skies to be clear overnight and into this morning, allowing whatever heat we had yesterday to escape up in the atmosphere. That high pressure also responsible for the sunshine today. The sunshine is what's going to help us warm up a little bit. 61, the expected high here in Atlanta, 59 in Asheville. Look for 61 degrees in Nashville after sub-freezing temperatures. A little warmer there tomorrow. And look at Atlanta. We'll finally hit 70 degrees once again. You knew it would come back eventually. We'll go warmer than that as we head on into your Monday in most areas, and 70s are going to be widespread into next week, even well above the averages. All right, let's talk about another area of the country that's feeling a little chill.
We're going to warm up, though, a little bit and then cool back down again. The roller coaster ride is here. Pittsburgh includes you, where we got a pretty decent morning out there right now. We're going to see some cooler air coming your way, though. Southwest winds ahead of our cold front. Once the cold front comes through, you're going to know it. and the winds will pick up out of the northwest. But right now, 46 degrees, southwest winds. Not bad overall. Our average low this time of the year is 40 degrees. Our average high is the upper 50s. Now, you factor in the wind with some of these temperatures. This is what it feels like if you're not covered up. It feels like 37 in Syracuse, Burlington at 38, 44 in Bangor. Actually, all across the East Coast, it's not a bad day. But there is a cold front on the way, and the upper level support with it you can pick out on our water vapor imagery. Notice how everything's moving this direction. You see that? The moisture where you see the whites and the greens, that's that upper level trough or mid-level trough. And this is all moving east. Now with it at the surface, it's a cold front. So we have cold air coming in with this upper level trough and cold air at the surface. So more cold air coming in. That's just going to mean a chilly couple of days for us. So 47 today in Syracuse, Pittsburgh, 48. So we're only going to climb a few more degrees before that front blows through. And then we're going to see maybe a chilly morning, but we're going to get to about 51 tomorrow. This actually is short-lived, and we're going to see temperatures warming up a little bit over the next couple of days. As a matter of fact, here's our forecast. 51 on Sunday, then check it out. It's back to the upper 50s, about average as we get towards Wednesday for us. So expect cool weather today. This will be the coldest day of the week. As we get towards Halloween, we actually get a warming trend as well. More southwest winds bringing up some warm air, and actually Halloween forecast does look pretty good here in Pittsburgh. Nick?
All right, let's take you into the Dallas-Fort Worth area where you are going to see, unfortunately, a wet weekend. At least the first part of it anyway. We've got an increasing chance of showers and even some thunderstorms. Perhaps some could be severe into the afternoon hours. A southerly wind at 15 miles per hour, 68 degrees right now. We've got some sunshine trying to break through the clouds, but that's not going to last. We've seen a lot of clouds over you this morning, and just northeast of the Metroplex, finding a few showers already invading Greenville and Sulphur Springs. But look at this. Lightning. Yes, we've got that around the southern portions of Oklahoma, and some of that could make its way toward the Dallas-Fort Worth area and even out toward West Texas as we head through the afternoon. Yeah, it's a disturbance that is moving from the southwest into Texas and Oklahoma, and that is going to produce the possibility of severe weather. Look out especially east of Dallas, back toward Abilene. Not a big tornado threat today, but nevertheless we could see some hail and some damaging winds, and stormy skies could continue all the way up into Oklahoma City near the Kansas border. Look for thunderstorms to make their way a little farther toward the south tomorrow. San Antonio and Houston could see some, and we'll see that move towards Shreveport and Little Rock too. Lesser chances of rain later in the day around the Dallas area. So a 90% chance today. That really falls off tomorrow, inching back upwards into midweek. Kim?
All right, beginning in November, get ready to get your weather in a whole new way. The Weather Channel is making some pretty big changes, all designed to help make your life a little bit easier. One of the big changes you're going to notice is that you're going to get your weather even during commercial breaks. How great is that? And we invited some of our most loyal fans, viewers just like you, to come in for a tour of our studios, and they had a great time. They also gave these folks a sneak peek at the incredible changes coming your way, and here's what they had to say about it.
So having weather over the commercials still gives me the advertisements that have to happen, and I still get to see what I need and what I'm looking for, which is the weather.
You're not breaking away where it's just the commercials. If I need it, it's there.
Weather all the time reminds me a lot of the sports channels that you can see the other sports games going on, whatever the scores are. And in this way, we can see the weather all the time.
Weather all the time. Isn't that great? All right, these changes begin in November, so keep watching and to see more of what our viewers have to say. And if you want a sneak peek and tell us your thoughts, just join our community board at weather.com/weather all the time. And you know what? We're staying on top of all the fall weather and all the changes coming to your region. Coming up on Weekend Now, storm specialist Greg Postell is standing by tracking snow for the Rockies. He's going to tell us how much could pile up in the next week. Plus, a sneak peek at a brand new episode of our series, Tipping Points. We're heading to the beach next, how rising sea levels are already affecting islands in the Pacific. And make sure you join us all day on Tuesday as we begin actually live coverage of Superstorm Sandy. Could it happen again? Hear the stories, the incredible images, plus get the expert analysis you can only find right here on the Weather Channel. We'll be right back after this.
At Dyson, it's our inventions that set us apart. Other vacuums can't pivot on a ball, adjust automatically for carpet and hard floors, and quickly release like ours for easy cleaning. We invented and patented a unique root cyclone technology, created a hand tool that won't tangle up inside, and a bin that empties this easily. Crucially, ours has twice the suction of any other vacuum.
Wait! Prilosec's not made for immediate heartburn relief. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. Prilosec can take 24 hours. Zantac, no pill relieves heartburn faster.
These Super Crunch chicken strips are terrific.
Oh, and the super crunchy outside has taught me some real important life lessons.
Like what?
It's what's on the outside that's important. No.
Juicy, meat crunchy. New Juicy Super Crunch chicken strips. This is how you Sonic.
The beauty of the vested suit is that it lets a man look well dressed, even with the jacket off. Refresh your style at our store-wide buy one, get one free event. Men's Warehouse.
One of the last bastions of freedom and liberty is to be able to go out and extract value from the land with our bare hands.
You're always going to be searching for another treasure, and I won't stop at anything to do so.
When you get up to 13,000 feet, you might as well be on Mars.
Bottom line here is I have a family to support, and I do not come down off the mountain until my goals are met.
Prospectors premieres tomorrow night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Here's our local Doppler radar. Today, partly cloudy, high 83. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For tonight, generally clear, low 66. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy, high 84. Our 7-day outlook.
Goodyear knows there are times when you need to get out at a moment's notice. When a map can't tell you where you need to go. And you need to get there on road or off. That's why everything we learn making tires for expert drivers inspires what we roll into the new Goodyear Wrangler with Kevlar. Goodyear, more driven.
Rain or shine, choose Goodyear for superior handling. Goodyear, more driven.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Weekend Now as we take you into Vermont. Ski season kicking off yesterday at Killington Resort, and a lot of folks out there enjoying the snow.
And you know, Killington, by the way, is the second largest ski resort in New England. And ski season here typically lasts until May, making it one of the longest seasons in the Northeast.
Now, as for the Rockies, well, the season's been open for just over a week now, and some resorts are on deck for the next big batch of snow.
All right, we're bringing in our storm specialist, Dr. Greg Postel, and here we go again, Greg. And you know, I was looking at Rapid City, and they're like almost 20 inches above average right now for snow.
Yes, they won't cut a break from this one, I don't think, much either. You know, this is going to be another in a round of winter weather for the Rockies. Let's have a look at where the cold air is going to be coming from. You know, looking at this map, it doesn't look like that these numbers are spectacularly cold because it is late October and it is the Arctic Circle. So mid-20s doesn't like raise a red flag and say, oh my gosh, look how cold it is. But look at this guy. There's a -2 right up here. Cape Peel West. How about that? That number hasn't moved much in the last few hours. So there's some really chilly air. Some of that will be coming down into the northern Rockies over the next couple of days on the heels of this big old high pressure system that by tomorrow will begin to slide southward and drag some of that Canadian air with it into the lower 48. Now, there will be some upper-level energy moving in, and that will help produce the snowstorm, no doubt about that, early next week, in particular on Monday. I think that's when most of it's going to fall. But a lot of the snow will be produced by what we call upslope because of the circulation around that high, sort of that clockwise flow is going to be coming like this at the surface, and that's going to be riding up the higher terrain, and that's going to help wring out the moisture that's in the atmosphere and help produce what we call the upslope effect. So what's that going to do? Well, the flow around that high pressure system will be moving in from the east here, and it's going to hit those higher elevations and then go up. It's got nowhere to go but up, and the air is forced up. It's going to create clouds and a prolonged period of lift where there will be snow developing there. So that's going to be a big part of the whole Northern Rockies snow event on Monday. And as we head toward Tuesday, some of the upper level energy comes out from the Pacific Ocean and actually warms the system up a little bit. So we're going to lose a lot of the upslope component here. And overall, by the middle of next week, this will turn into a rainmaker, but not before giving probably more than a foot of snow to parts of Montana. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Dr. Postel. An all-new episode of The Tipping Points airs tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern on the Weather Channel. And this week, we find some islands in the South Pacific Ocean already seeing the effects of rising sea levels.
Climate adventurer Bernice Notenboom and oceanographer Professor Eric Van Sebel are on the tiny island of Tuvalu in the South Pacific, looking at dramatic changes from sea level rise.
They will see the effects of climate change, and they can't solve it. They can't solve it for themselves. Whoa, watch out. Here you see the tide coming in already. This is all the water. This is not rainwater. This is the ocean coming in. You see that?
Yeah.
That's just the ocean coming in from beneath.
Percolating up.
Exactly. See how flat it is here. Here on Tuvalu, sea level rise in the last 20 years has been 10 centimeters. That's quite a large amount. That's 4 inches of sea level rise in only 20 years. And we expect, our model predictions are, that by 2100 there will be another 60 centimeters of sea level rise here. And that's another 25 inches or so on top of the 4 inches that they've seen already. There's really no high place here. There's nowhere for the people to run and hide.
Climate change and rising sea levels that come with it will eventually erase Tuvalu from the map. For the time being, it's the big tides every month that foreshadow that future.
And see more on an all-new Tipping Points tonight at 9, 8 Central, only on the Weather Channel. And stay tuned. We'll have an update on Storm Sandy.
Some do-it-yourself projects are hard. Installing Owens Corning EcoTouch insulation is easy. Stay comfortable and safe. Visit owenscorning.com to find a retailer or contractor near you.
And Owens Corning EcoTouch insulation at the Home Depot nearest you.
The all-new 2014 Pioneer 700s. For every challenge, there's a Honda.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
Breaking news from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
Seeing 2 men that have climbed the Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Talk to a State Farm agent about car loans that can save you hundreds. That's borrowing better.
When our little girl was born, we got a Subaru. It's where she said her first word. No. Saw her first day of school. Bye-bye. Made a best friend forever. Oh my God. The back seat of my Subaru is where she grew up.
What?
The 2014 Subaru Forester.
What?
Built to be there for your family. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
You've got to love the weekend. It's like everyone came together and said, if it's good, let's save it for the weekend. So here's to the KFC $10 weekend bucket. 10 pieces, $10. Any recipe, just $10 every Saturday and Sunday. Today tastes so good.
At Exxon and Mobil, our gasoline helps fuel connections, and when it meets your engine, it helps remove harmful deposits by cleaning intake valves, helping your engine run smoother and reducing emissions. In other words, Exxon and Mobil gasoline and your engine combined can help give your car better fuel economy.
Show us who you'd like to connect with. Connect your image with theirs for a chance to each win $1,000 of gasoline in Exxon and Mobil's photo contest. Winners daily. Get the details at fuelingconnections.com. Choose Exxon and Mobil.
Share what you love about Florida.
I want a
Red
car, truck,
crossover with a
sunroof, leather,
towing power, and navigation.
Right now, AutoNation Ford has the Ford you want at the price you want. Lease a new Ford F-150 SXT or 2014 Explorers, your choice, $299 a month, 0 down.
Who you gonna call?
AutoNation! Get the Ford you want, $299 a month, 0 down. Hurry to AutoNation Ford with 4 South Florida locations.
We've got what is shaping up to be a very serious threat.
Sandy was spread out over 1,000 miles.
The water continues to rise.
A remarkable storm.
This is not just a hurricane.
Everything we know says that this is all going to happen. It was the perfect storm on steroids.
The wind has just been insane.
Forget about everything that you know.
We expect more extreme events.
We're getting down to crunch time.
Next time,
it may be worse.
Sandy, could it happen again? Live coverage all day Tuesday on the Weather Channel.
Now, you're local on the 8s.
Our local Doppler radar.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner.
Today, partly cloudy, high 83. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For tonight, generally clear, low 66. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy, high 84. Our week ahead.
I drive on the streets 'cause she's my companion. I walk through the hills 'cause she knows who I am.
Hey guys, 20 after the hour, it's time for the 7-day forecast, and today's forecast sure looks good for a lot of us, anywhere from Boston all the way into the deep south. After a chilly morning, temperature getting up to 60 in Atlanta, 70s in Florida. We'll see maybe the possibility of some thunderstorms in Oklahoma, but the story of the next couple of days will be the big winter storms setting up across the northern Rockies and the potential of maybe severe weather. And the roller coaster ride for temperatures too. I mean, look at this. We're talking 60 in D.C. tomorrow. Cold air coming with the first cold front, another one coming in behind it, and that one will bring another shot of cold air for the Midwest into the Northeast as well. Our eyes will focus though here across the northern Rockies with this winter storm taking shape. Winter storm watch is already up. Some areas could pick up 12 inches of snowfall. Those easterly winds, upslope component setting up here, and temperatures will be in the 30s in Billings, calming down a little bit by Tuesday. Now we're back to the mid-70s in Atlanta. There's that roller coaster ride. Possibly maybe some severe storms here Tuesday, possibly Wednesday along the front. Stay tuned if you live here in Kansas City or Oklahoma City as we get into Wednesday, where that possibility is severe weather as it moves east Thursday and Friday as well. Nick?
As we approach the one-year anniversary of Superstorm Sandy, we thought we'd look back at some of the amazing rescues that took place. One such story is of a woman who went into labor just as Sandy slammed into her town.
Tad, great to see you. How are you, brother? This relaxed reunion between Tad Agolia, founder of the First Response Team of America, and EMT Bill Angelis is quite different from their intense introduction on Long Island during Superstorm Sandy.
Right outside these doors, trees were cracking and falling, taking down power lines, transformers were blowing up. and roads were just getting blocked instantly.
As I was driving, I noticed 3 cars passed me. They pulled up on a down tree on 25A. 3 or 4 gentlemen get out with chainsaws and start to cut. I sensed that something was wrong. With that, I had a woman knock on my window.
A fateful knock that would deliver 2 lives that night.
She came over to me to tell me that her daughter was having a baby, and I said, now? And she said, yes, they're in the car right there. So at that point, I got on the radio and I called for the fire department to come with the ambulance.
As soon as the call came in, we jumped in our Ram full of chainsaws, followed the fire chief and ambulance to where the road was blocked and the woman in labor was trapped.
With time ticking away and contractions getting closer together, Bill loaded the mother-to-be into the ambulance and raced to the hospital, escorted by the first response team.
And every time this ambulance hits a roadblock, we're going to pull our saws out and cut a way through.
Her contractions were getting very close, and I told my crew to prepare for delivery because there's a good possibility that she will have to deliver in the ambulance.
Arriving at the hospital, a first-time mother gave birth to her brand new baby.
It was good that I ran into them and you guys came with us. It worked out fantastic. Really appreciate it.
After the call, Bill would return home late and discover how bringing a life into the world had deeply impacted his own.
I find 2 trees on top of my house. Actually, a 7 or 8 inch branch came right through the sidewall and was actually right on my bed, pointing into the mattress. If I was there, I don't know what would have happened.
I'm so thankful that in the midst of such a terrible storm, something so good happened. A baby was born, and because Bill was putting his life on the line, his life was actually saved.
Wow. To learn more about Tattaglia and the First Response Team of America, go to weather.com/responders. And make sure to join us all day on Tuesday as we bring you live coverage of Superstorm Sandy. Could it happen again? Hear the stories, see the incredible images, plus get the expert analysis you can find here only on the Weather Channel. Ken?
Well, you know, Nick, colder air remains over the Great Lakes region, but the temperatures should begin to warm up a little bit. How much longer, though, until the temperatures get back to normal? We're going to let you know. All right, the big question, though, I think every child is wondering, what's the weather going to be like, and parents too, by the way. And for Halloween, it'll be rainy in the Midwest, but dry in the east and most of the West Coast.
Responding by Storm is brought to you by Ram Trucks, engineered to move heaven and earth. Guts, glory, Ram.
We don't sit idle, wondering how we're going to build a better truck. We get out there and walk a mile, thousands of miles, in the footsteps of the guys we build trucks for. The groundbreaking Ram Heavy Duty, with 30,000 pounds of towing and 850 pound-feet of torque.
Conquer the cold with Bridgestone Blizzak Winter Tires. And if you correctly guess the temp at the 2014 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic, you can win your tires. Visit conquerthecold.com for details.
Pillsbury Grands Biscuits. Delicious. But say I press a few out flat, add some beef, sloppy joe sauce, and cheese, fold it all up, and boom! Delicious unsloppy joes, perfect for a school night. Pillsbury Grands Biscuits. Make dinner pop.
I'm Angela, and I didn't think I could quit smoking, but Chantix helped me do it. I told my doctor I think I'm ready.
Along with support, Chantix Varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking. It reduces the urge to smoke.
I knew that I could smoke for the first 7 days. I knew that I wasn't putting nicotine back into my body to try to quit.
Some people had changes in behavior, thinking or mood, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice any of these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away. Tell your doctor about any history of mental health problems, which could get worse while taking Chantix. Don't take take Chantix if you've had a serious allergic or skin reaction to it. If you develop these, stop Chantix and see your doctor right away, as some can be life-threatening. Tell your doctor if you have a history of heart or blood vessel problems, or if you develop new or worse symptoms. Get medical help right away if you have symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Use caution when driving or operating machinery. Common side effects include nausea, trouble sleeping, and unusual dreams.
If I could describe being a non-smoker, I would say awesome.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you.
In the nation, sometimes bad things happen. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide Insurance, and we won't just give you the partial value of items that are stolen or destroyed. We'll replace them with brand new versions, so you won't feel robbed. Again, just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
If you have the audacity to believe that the massive challenge of saving for college deserves more than meager attention from your financial advisor,
if you have the nerve to believe your financial advisor should be thinking about your retirement at least as much as you do,
if you believe that whatever you're facing, you deserve FaceTime.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
There's something about the mountain that gets a hold of some people. My temper's my downfall. People either love me or hate me, or both.
You're always going to be searching for another treasure.
I don't stop to think about how dangerous it is. You have to outrun thieves, you have to outrun lightning.
The most dangerous animal out there is definitely humans.
Prospectors premieres tomorrow night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
I thought my time was your time.
Here's our local Doppler radar.
You can sit around and wonder why you're alone when you don't even